Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing a very classic recipe with you guys. It's banana bread recipe. It is so easy to make, very delicious, super moist, so yummy. I make this all the time. It's actually one of my staple baking recipe. So let's get into the recipe. So here I have a few ingredients for you that I've gotten ready and equipment. So I have some bananas, and these bananas I've had for a while, and I sometimes put them in the freezer to freeze so I don't get rid of them. And they are so good and so easy to, when they are softer, to make banana bread. I have a fully lined baking pan, and I've lined it with my baking paper. And I will show you what I do later on. I have some baking powder. I've also have a little bit of dry oats here, which I'm going to be using as well. It really makes it the moisture come together, especially the banana is quite wet. And I have some mixed spice here. I'm using a mixed spice. I much prefer the mixed spice, and that includes like cinnamon, nutmeg. It's more of a pungent spice. And I have some vanilla essence, which I'm also going to be using. And I have some brown sugar. You can use soft brown sugar, you can use light brown sugar. Here I have some butter as well that I'm using. I've got 2 eggs, and these are free range eggs. And I have 2 cups of flour, which I will be using. Some salt also I have. And you'll be seeing I'm going to be mixing these two together. So first of all, I'm going to start off by breaking my eggs. So I'm breaking the eggs, and 2 eggs I'm going to be using, very good free range medium eggs. So once I break both my eggs, I'm going to remove what they call the eye in the egg, and this helps to make your bake not eggy. So sometimes you might taste cakes and it's eggy. So now I'm just going to prepare my banana. So I'm just getting all in the bowl, and with that I'm going to just add in some vegetable oil. So add in your vegetable oil, and I'm using maybe 2 tablespoons of vegetable oils, and this is just adding moisture to the banana. That's all it is. So just go ahead and just whip that up together, making sure that it is soft. So once you've done that, I'm just going to spoon that into a bowl, and I'm going to just leave that to the side whilst I prepare my dry ingredients. So now I got my flour, I add my baking powder, I'm adding my salt in there, and then I'm going to also add my mixed spice in there, and then just give it a little bit of a mix. So mix it all in together until it is combined. Pretty simple, pretty easy way of making the banana bread. So again, I'm going to prepare my wet ingredients. So I'm just going to take my butter and my sugar, and I'm going to whisk that together, cream that together until it's light and fluffy. So all my ingredients I'm going to be having in my description box, so you can follow this recipe, and this will make this beautiful banana bread. So I'm just whisking that together until it's light and fluffy, and I'll just use a spoon just to like push it down. So now I'm adding in my eggs. So I'm doing this one at a time. I'm not going in and throwing in all the eggs. So I'm just building it. So 1 egg first, and then I'm going ahead to add another egg, and just whisk until it is light and fluffy, as you can see. So now I'm adding my banana in, and making sure I spoon out all the banana, and also my vanilla essence. So now I'm just going to go ahead and whip that all together until the mixture is fully combined. So it's not the most good looking, mixture, but it is fine. The banana and the mixture combined together it will look a bit funny, but don't worry about how it looks. So now I'm going to add my dry ingredients into the wet mixture, and that's my flour, and I'm using a self-raising flour. You can use all-purpose flour, but you have to adjust with the baking powder accordingly. So I use a sieve, old-fashioned sieve, to do that. And now what I'm just going to do is I'm going to fold it in. So I like to, once I add the flour with the wet ingredients, I prefer to fold in using my hands. So just go ahead and fold it in little by little, and this just helps with the bubbles. So it will help with the bake when you fold it in. And then I'm going to just add my oats, and that just, again, just fold it in, making sure that all the ingredients are combined. So what I like to do is give it a quick 30 seconds whip. So with my hand mixer. So I'm just whipping that together for 30 seconds, and that's it. So now once that's done, as you can see, it is all mixed together. I'm preparing my baking tin with some butter, so just rub it all so it doesn't stick to the pan. So once I've done that, then I'm just going to spoon out my mixture into my baking pan. So just scoop it all out into the baking pan. And then a little trick that I like to do is just shake it, making sure that it's leveled. So make sure you shake it, and that will level it all out. See the difference? It's all leveled. And now I'm taking my bananas and I'm just adding 2 that I left behind on top. So it will look beautiful when it bakes. I love doing this. It's a great addition when you're baking a banana bread. So now I'm ready to pop it into the oven. So once it's out the oven, this is how it looks, guys. So I'm going to test it. So it's been baking in the oven for about an hour. So I'm just going to make sure that I test it. So I've got a sharp object, and I'm just going to stick it into the bread, and it should come out clean. As you can see, it hasn't. So I'm going to pop it back into the oven. So this is how it looks, guys. It is finished. I've taken it out the oven. It is, I'm sure you guys would agree, it looks fabulous. As you can see, my sharp object is completely clean. So one of the tricks that I like to do is take some of my honey, and I'm just going to baste the top of it. So just use and something you can use, anything you can use to spread and baste the top of it. All it does is add an extra glow, shyness, and makes it a little bit more sweeter, especially if you don't use a lot of sugar when you do the mixture. So I just take my brush and I'm just lightly just brushing it with that sweet honey. And you can use a syrup as well, which is a really good trick. You can use honey, syrup, and then I just pop this back into the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes, just so that can crisp up a little bit. So once it's done, I remove it from the oven. And how good does this look, guys? This looks so delicious. Look at the brown, it's golden brown on top. You know, it's a nice crisp. So I'm just going to remove it from my baking pan, and you just have to be really delicate. So you can see I'm ripping off my baking paper, and look at that golden brown bake. So I'm going to cut it to show you guys the bake from the inside, and it smells so good. Like it's, oh, I can't wait to get tucked in. And look how it's just, you know, the knife is just going straight through that. Look at that bake. It holds together. It is moist. Oh, it smells so good. And this is one of my favorite to bake. Guys, I hope you love this recipe. Make sure you give it a go. Make sure you like this, and leave a comment. Leave a comment and let me know what you think if you give it a go. Be sure to interact with me on Instagram. Send me your pictures. You know, it's such an easy bake to make. You're going to love this, and this will become a staple in your kitchen. You know, if I could bake every week, it would definitely be this recipe. So simple, so delicious. I hope you give it a go. Make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. Take care.